Hi there. I have talked a lot about Perplexity AI. I have made a lot of videos about how you can use this amazing AI tool to help you with your day-to-day agenda. So for example, I have created a video on how you can use Perplexity for research. I have created a video on how to generate AI images using Perplexity AI. And then recently, I showcase how Perplexity can be used to generate a code for a website or even a Chrome extension, which I think really amazing. By the way, this extension, which counts the number of tabs open on my browser, was created only using Perplexity, which I think really amazing. But there is one thing in Perplexity AI that I think a lot of people are not really utilizing that much, which is Perplexity API. So in Perplexity, they actually also offer API for its Sonar AI model. So they actually have their own AI model called Sonar, which in many ways better than many other AI models. Like it's better at speed. It is also connected to the internet, and it's a lot cheaper compared to Cloud or ChatGPT. So in theory, you could build your own automation or even chatbot using Perplexity API. Now, if you are using the Pro subscription, you are actually granted $5 of API credit every single month. But I do think that this credit is also can be purchased even if you're not subscribing to the Pro subscription. As far as I know, you can just enable automatic top up or buy some credits, and you can use Perplexity API without having to pay for the Pro subscription. But if you are using Pro subscription, I think that's actually a good deal because for $20 a month, you are getting extra $5 of credit of Perplexity API. And you can even use the link in my video description to sign up for the Pro subscription for the first time. And you can get it for just $10, which is, I think, really amazing. And you still get the $5 free credit. Now, this video will focus on how you can use Perplexity API on Make.com. So Make.com is an automation tool. It is no code, similar to Zapier, but I think Make.com is a lot easier to use. It's more intuitive compared to Zapier or similar other tools. And also the credit system is very useful because unlike in Zapier, where it limits you on the apps that you can connect, on Make.com there is almost no limitation like that. I think you can connect to pretty much any popular apps, and the way you use it is based on credit, which in my opinion is a lot more affordable compared to other similar platforms. And honestly, I don't even have to pay to use Make.com to automate certain tasks during my work. So I'm going to show you on how you can use Make.com and creating an automation powered by Perplexity API. And we are going to talk a lot about the API key, the Sonar model, and how you can build a simple automation using this platform. Don't worry if this is going to be your first time, because I actually will start from scratch. I will create an account on Make.com, and then you can follow the step-by-step until you finish your first automation in Make.com powered by Perplexity API. Now, my goal here is that I'm going to create a paragraph. I'm going to create an essay based on these titles that I have created on my spreadsheet on my Google account. So I'm going to connect my Google account to Make.com, and then Make.com will process that with Perplexity, and then Perplexity will give the answer to Make.com, and then it will be sent to this document. So later there's going to be the answer for each item, each cell on my document right here. And it is just one example. Of course, there are many other things you can do with Make.com. You can create an automation for content creation, for social media posting. I also have seen some people using Make.com to help them with fact checking. That's really useful. There are some people using it to make their Chrome extension work even better. So there are many applications, but I'm going to start with something simple, which is sending this data, and then it will generate the answer based on the input, which is this title. So what you need to do is you have to go to Make.com, or you can also use the link in the video description, and then you have to sign up. And I'm going to sign up with my account. This is going to be my new account. Let's click this button. Okay, now it wants me to check on my email. Usually it's going to send you a verification code or maybe verification link. Now this is the email from Make.com. Let's click that. Okay, that's really good. I'm going to log in to my account. Okay, there's this welcome message. This is just a survey. It's not really important, but I guess you can help the platform to understand your need better. I'm gonna go with, let's say, freelancer, and then artificial intelligence. I have used, okay, this one. I guess using search engines, and let's get started. All right, it took quite a while to open. I hope there is nothing wrong. Okay. All right, so this is the interface of make.com. It looks quite intimidating because there are so many menus, there are so many buttons that maybe feel overwhelming, but just trust me, it's not that difficult. So if you want to create an automation, what you need to do is you have to go to this menu that says scenarios. So in make.com, each automation that you created is going to be called scenario. So you can see that on this menu. Right now, there is no scenario at all. So I'm going to create a new one. Let's click create a new scenario. All right, this is just some welcome message. You can actually just close this. And now I'm going to call this scenario, let's say make.com Perplexity API. And then I'm going to add it Google Sheets. All right, so this is just some arbitrary name. Now I'm going to click on this button to start connecting my Google account to make.com. So the first app is going to be Google Sheets. And now I'm going to click watch new row. So basically I want make.com to watch a new row on my document. Let's click create a connection. Okay, my Google connection, yeah, just appropriate name, and then let's click sign in with Google. All right, let's select your account. Let's allow the access by clicking on this button and click allow. Okay, so the account has been connected. Now I'm going to select the document, which is this document called my essay. Let's select search by path, or I can also select manually. This is just a way to select the document. I guess I'm going to searching manually. Now the document is going to be in my Google Drive account. I'm going to click on this button and it will show a list of documents. Okay, there's this one called my essay. All right. The sheet name is sheet number 1. This is actually based on this name at the bottom right here. And table contains header. Sure, there is a header, which is this part of the document. This is header. Oh, sorry about that. Rows with headers A1 until Z1, which is correct. And then the limit, I'm going to, start the cycle one at a time. I don't want to do it twice, just one cycle at a time, and just click save. Choose where to start. I guess we can start from the beginning, or we can choose manually. I guess I'm going to choose manually. So this is just the item that, basically where I want to start the automation. So actually you can actually just skip number 1, and then you can skip, and then you can just jump to number 4 or number 5, but I'm gonna go with number 1. So let's start with I guess the impact or something. Yeah, at the very bottom. Click save. Okay, so the connection with Google account has been successfully connected. Now it is time to actually start connecting Perplexity API to make.com. You can click on this button to add another module. And then here you want to search for Perplexity AI. Click make an API call. Oh, sorry about that. That's not the button that you should be selecting. You should select create a chat completion. Sorry about that. The option is create a chat completion, and then you have to click create a connection. And you just need to copy and paste your API key right here. Now, if you go to Perplexity, you can actually start from the home page and then click on this button that says settings, go to API and scroll down. I have some API keys. If you don't, you can click this generate button. But if you have an API key, you can just click on the copy button and then paste the API key right here. By the way, it is secret, so you're not supposed to share it to anyone unless maybe you're okay with that. But it is secret, so make sure that it is completely hidden. When you're done, you can click save. And okay, this is not necessary. All right, so what you need to do is you have to select the AI model. Right now, when I'm recording this video, there are multiple AI models. I think mainly it's going to be Sonar, but there are some legacy models like Llama Sonar, which is from Meta Llama, but right now for some reason it's still available in Perplexity API. Now, if you want to know what models are available, you can actually go to sonar.perplexity.ai, and then you can go to developer docs. This is going to show you a lot of info about the API, the AI models in Perplexity API. Now, if you go to guides and then you go to supported models, you see that there are some models available, but in Mac.com, they are a bit more limited. As you can see, there is no R1, there is no Sonar Deep Research. So Mac.com is a bit limited, but at the very least, you can get some good AI model like Sonar, Sonar Pro, and then Sonar Reasoning. And you also have to know the pricing because, again, it's going to affect the credit that you have. Right now, Sonar Pro is the cheapest, only $1 for 1 million token input and output. So I'm going to go with that. And then this is the most important part, the messages. So you have to provide the prompt and then what item that you want to extract from the document, from my Google Sheets document to Perplexity API. Now, for the role, I'm going to select user, and this is the content. So the content is going to be help me generate a paragraph of essay of this topic. And then the topic is essay title A. So I'm going to select in this table, space on this one, essay title. Now the role of the user, of course, and you can specify the amount of tokens, which is similar to the number of words, although token is more about 0.75 of one word in general. So if you want to use that, you can, but I'm going to be leaving the value to be empty, and the same is true for temperature. You can go to Sonar Perplexity and then you can check the configuration or all of the other things that you can play around with the API in Perplexity API. But anyway, I'm going to be using just basic settings, but this is my configuration for using Perplexity API. Let's click save, and basically it is done, but I want to test this I want to test this module first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and then run this module only. Okay, right now that it's still asking for essay, but I could enter anything here. I could enter anything that is not even on my document, because again, this is for testing. So that's the goal of testing. You don't have to try doing everything. You just need to run this specific module to see if everything is working. Now, let's say I want to create an essay about why AI matters in world. And then let's click OK. As you can see, it seems to be working. It's just showing the loading time, and this is the output. Now, if you go to the choices here, choices and then one and then message, you should see the answer. So this is the answer from Perplexity API. This is the answer. So yeah, we got the answer. Now we can actually move on to the next step. I'm going to add another step, which is going to be Google Sheets again, because I want to update the row. So let's click update a row. And let's select the same document as before, because I want to update the same document, my essay. And the name is sheet number 1 again, just like this one. And then enter the row number. It's gonna be essay content. The table contents header, that's true. Okay, so the value is here. Okay, that's very interesting. Now let's insert the value here. The value is essay content B, and this is going to be based on the response of Perplexity API. Now you can click on this choices option, message, and then content. So it is based on this, based on the answer from Perplexity, choices, and then message, and then this is the content from this directory. So basically that's the answer of Perplexity API. That's a structure. It's very important. I've seen a lot of people just giving the same value as from the answer from Perplexity, but you have to be very, very specific, and you have to select the correct category, sorry, the correct directory. This is the content, and there you go. I think that's basically it. Yeah, there's nothing else. And yeah, so I'm going to click save, and I'm going to test this automation. Let's click auto align and click run once. Okay, step one is done. This is step 2. Okay, so there was an error. That's very interesting. Let's see what was the error. There was an error of make.com. Okay, that's very interesting. Essay content A, tables contains headers. Okay, let me see. Okay, I think I made a mistake here. So that was something that I forgot. So this should not be essay content. This should be just row number. And then this one is correct. This is the answer from Perplexity API. I'm going to click save, and I will try again. There you go. So it seems to be working. And if let's say if I go back to my essay, you see that now there is an item that was generated using Perplexity API, using via make.com. So that's really the basic of how you can use Perplexity API on make.com. Of course, this is just a very simple automation, but again, it's something that you can expand to other applications. I've seen people using it to build content for their website, or even keep track with information, or maybe doing some research. They can use make.com and Perplexity API to do that kind of task. And by the way, I forgot to mention that you can actually enable some sort of timer, so you can make it run maybe once every hour, or once a day, or every day, or every week. It's really up to you. You can just set the timer right here, and you can even set a schedule where Perplexity API on make.com can run on at a certain time during the day, or it's really something that you can customize based on your need. But basically, after you're done, let's say I'm going to set it to be 60 minutes. After you're done, make sure to click on this button to save the automation and save all the settings. And after that, you can close this page, and then you can just keep it running. And by the way, there are a few things that you have to keep in mind. This has to stay active. This scenario has to stay active if you want to keep the automation running. And secondly, make sure that you have enough credits on your Perplexity API, so the automation doesn't run into some error. But usually, even if there is an error message, it will send you an email notification about what's going on. So yeah, that's really just the basic of Perplexity API on make.com. If you find this video to be useful, then please consider subscribing to this video, because I'm going to make more videos about AI and automation just like this one. In any case, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you around.